Hi, my name is Melody, and I have a story that I'd like to share. My sweet husband and I have been married for 35 years, and we have 6 beautiful children together. And ironically enough, 7 years ago, on our anniversary, he had a stroke. It's a cerebellar stroke that destroyed his ability for balance, and he suffers from severe vertigo every single day.
So my dad is the kind of guy who knows how to do everything, in my mind. And seeing him go from strong, independent man to needing help just to stand up, it's hard. It's hard to watch that.
After what he's gone through, I know that it takes a truly strong person to kind of hold through, to kind of hold on to what little hope there is. We all want to believe, that our dads are going to be around forever, but now that there's this chance, there's this little glimpse of hope, why wouldn't anyone take this opportunity?
Well, where do I even start? My dad is everything to me. He was the guy that everyone turned to when they needed help. He's the most giving person that I know of. I remember coming back from the store or running errands with him and seeing someone broken down on the side of the road, and my dad wouldn't hesitate to pull over and help these people he doesn't even know. And whether it was to get them gas or to change a tire or to call for a ride for them to have someone pick them up or to even drop them off himself. That's just the type of person he is. Just having that person as an example my whole life, I couldn't ask for anything better.
I learned so much from my dad with not only weight training, but my dad taught me, as well as my mom, but my dad really pounded into my mind to be the best that I can at whatever I'm doing, whether it be cleaning the kitchen or being a part of law enforcement, just to be the best that I can. And I really saw that in the weight room. I looked up to him. My dad was huge. He worked out a lot. He was really fit, and I wanted to be like that when I grew up. And I still want to be like that when I grow up.
I have a daughter, my oldest daughter. She's almost 5 this year. She was born at 24 weeks, so 16 weeks early. She weighed 1 pound 6 ounces and was in the hospital for 96 days. One day when my dad came to visit her, he pulled me aside and said, "I've been praying for her so hard. Every single night I've been praying for her, and I told God that he could take me if he would spare this little girl." And I remember being so mad at him, but that's exactly the kind of person he is. That's exactly what he would do for anybody, not just my daughter. He would do it for me or for my brothers. He would do it for his neighbor, for a guy off the street if they asked for his help. I also remember a lot of times driving home when my dad would pick up hitchhikers and take them where they needed to go, because he remembers what it's like to have nothing and to be stuck somewhere that no one will help you. And he wants to help everybody, and he has helped so many people.
We've been to so many doctors with so many medicines, and nothing has helped. We finally ran across a doctor through a dear friend of ours who we believe could be the answer to our prayers. Her name is Alina Fong, and she works with a company or a business called Cognitive FX. They do MRIs to study how his brain works, and then they do an intensive training which will last a week, 8 hours a day, to help retrain his brain and break this cycle that he's in, which is causing him to have so much terrible vertigo. We are hoping and praying that this will break this cycle and that he will be able to recover and have a semblance of a normal life where he can enjoy his 14 grandchildren and our lives together as husband and wife.
We love him so very much. I can't see my life without this man. There's no one more deserving than this, than the help that we're asking for.
We just want to see some form of what he used to be. See him come back to how he was. See him regain some of that confidence, some of that strength.
So this message that my siblings and I have put together, we just hope that you could find it in your hearts to give back to my dad. No words can describe how grateful we will be to see my dad back the way he was.
I would just love to have my dad be at a place where he can do whatever he wants to do physically. I would love to have my old gym partner back. And I know he'd love that too. I know he'd love to wrestle with his grandkids the way he used to wrestle with us. I know he'd love to be able to lean over and tie his shoes without being dizzy. And I know at the very least he'd love to not be so sick and dizzy all the time. At the very least.
It never really hit me how badly my dad is affected by this until I got married. And when we had our daddy-daughter dance, he could barely move, but he did for me. And then I had kids, and that killed me because he can't run around with them. He can't wrestle with them or tickle them without getting severely dizzy. If he tickles my son for longer than 30 seconds, he throws his head back and just holds his head because he's so dizzy and he's in so much pain. And now I just had a daughter, and I didn't know if my dad would be around to see her. I didn't know if she would be able to get to know him, and I still don't. At the rate he's going, if he doesn't get any help, she might not ever know him. She might not know that he loves her so much. And none of my kids, my oldest daughter's 4 and my son is 3, if something were to happen to him, they wouldn't remember him now. He would just be a distant memory, and he loves them with everything that he has. And it's not fair that they don't get to know the guy that I know. And that's why he needs your help. That's why he needs all of our help.
I just want to say how grateful we are for everyone that has donated or shared the GoFundMe account page or shared this video. That means a whole lot to us, and it definitely helps. We're also very, very grateful for everyone that has donated money to his cause. But we're just asking for a little bit more.
Because of his disability, we don't have the funds to pay for this service or for this treatment. It's expensive and insurance doesn't cover it. So we are asking for your help so that we can be able to pay for this, so that his life can be more full and then he can return more to a normal life. After 7 years, it would be a wonderful thing if you could do that for us. Help us so that we could fulfill this dream, so that he could be able to be the man that he once was. I want to thank you in advance for your help and for everything that you've done for us in the past and are doing for us now. Thank you.